Welcome back everyone. In this video we're going to discuss about sound. Here we're going to cover the musical instruments, noise and noise pollution. Let's get started. Musical instruments. So we know that musical instruments are the instrument that produces musical type of sound. Okay, so the examples are guitar, sitar, flute, harmonica, tabla and violin. Let us now divide all these musical instruments into three types based on their working. Okay, so the first one is string instrument. From the name itself we can understand that strings are used to produce sound. Now, how do we change the sound? How do we change the pitch of the sound to be more accurate? Now, pitch is altered by altering, that is increasing or decreasing the length of the vibrating portion. Okay, for example, let's say this is our one string of guitar. Okay, so if you keep your finger here and press here, and if you pluck this portion, then you will hear one sound. And if you put your finger here and you pluck this portion, then you'll hear a different sound. This is how the guitar works. Alright, so basically you change the length of the vibrating portion and the sound too changes. Okay, so the examples of string instrument can be guitar, okay, violin, etc. The second category is wind instruments. So from here we know that we will be requiring to blow wind in the musical instrument. Now this works by vibrating air columns, okay, to produce sound. Now again we need to change the pitch of the sound. So pitch is altered by altering, increasing or decreasing the length of the vibrating air column. Let us understand this with an example. Let's say we have a musical instrument, flute. Now this flute has multiple holes in it. Now to play one sound, what we do is we keep our fingers here to close these air chambers and blow wind from this portion. So the wind travels in this column and moves out of this hole. Now if you put your finger here and lift this finger off, then the wind goes all the way here and comes out of here. Now because the length changes, okay, the length of vibrating air column changes, so we hear different sound. Okay, similarly if the wind is forced to come here, by lifting this finger off we'll hear different sound. The third category is percussion instrument. Here vibrating skin or membrane is used to produce sound. Pitch is altered by altering the tension in the membrane. That means making it very stretched or making it loosely stretched. Okay, let us understand this with the help of an example. Let's take tabla as our musical instrument. So if you have seen the top of tabla, it looks something like this. Here you have some hard membrane or skin, here it is softer, here it is more soft. Okay, so when you hit this portion, a different sound comes than the sound that comes from this portion. Okay, similarly when you hit this portion of tabla, a different sound is produced, and that is how this three musical instruments they work. Let us discuss an activity here. Okay, so the aim of this activity is to make a jaltarang, okay, a musical instrument. So what are the materials needed? 8 identical balls or tumblers, 2 drumsticks or pencil and water. Fine. So let us look at method how to do this. First method, keep all the bowls in a row. Fill all them with varying levels of water. So keep all of them one after the other and fill water in them. Now in the first one you fill little bit, in the second one more than the first one, in the third one more than the second one, and so on for all the 8 bowls. Now with the help of a pencil or the drumsticks, strike the bowls one after the other. Okay, what do we find? Fine. So when you do this experiment or activity, you will find that on striking the bowls one after the other, we get tinkling sound of different pitches. Alright, the pitch is highest in the bowl with the maximum amount of water and lowest in the bowl with least amount of water. Okay, so if you develop a pattern of hitting these bowls, okay, then you can develop some music. Okay, and this activity can be done at home. Let us now discuss about noise. So we all know what noise is. It is unpleasant, discomfort causing sound from any source. For example, a car's horn. Now this noise causes noise pollution. Like we have air pollution, soil pollution, water pollution, we also have noise pollution. Now what is noise pollution? Sustained presence of harmful, unwanted or annoying noise in the environment is called noise pollution. So if this car's horn is continuously blown so that it is harmful and unwanted or annoying to you, then that situation is called noise pollution. Now the sources of noise pollution can be loudspeakers. Okay, loudspeakers as in music played on the loudspeakers at a very high volume, televisions watched at a very high volume, and air coolers. All these, they create noise pollution. Let us now discuss some harmful effects of noise pollution. So this noise pollution can cause irritation and loss of concentration. So for example, if you are studying, alright, and if somebody makes a very loud noise, then obviously you will get irritated and you will lose your concentration. It causes sleep disturbances and stress. Okay, in extreme cases it may cause ear damage and loss of hearing. So since we know that there are so many harmful effects of noise pollution, let us discuss the measures to reduce noise pollution. Okay, so number one is use of loudspeakers should be avoided. Okay, we know that source of noise pollution, loudspeakers, okay, they can cause irritation, sleep disturbances, so we should minimize it or avoid it completely. Okay, televisions or listening to music can be done in lower volumes. Alright, and by avoiding playing loud music in cars and using horns unnecessarily. Alright, so if we can follow these tips, obviously there are few more. If we can follow all these tips or measures, we can reduce noise pollution. With this, we conclude the chapter sound. Okay, if you have any queries regarding the chapter, please drop it in the comment box. Now you can listen to these videos as many times as you can to clear up your doubts. Alright, so thank you everyone for listening. I hope to see you in my next video. Take care everyone.